Okay.
ठीक है प्रभु. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hare Krishna. So we're reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 5, starting with text 1. Oh, I should ask any other questions? Okay, all right. So let's start with text 1. Excuse me. Vande Ananta Kutashwaryam Shri Nityanandam Ishwaram Yasechaya Tat Swarupam Agyenapi Nirupyate. So again, this chapter is entitled The Glories of Lord Nityanand Balram. We're going to be talking about Lord Nityanand and his pastimes and his glories. Translation. Let me offer my obeisances to Lord Sri Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of God, whose opulence is wonderful and unlimited. By his will, even a fool can understand his argument. So, anybody has any questions about Lord Nityananda being the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And therefore his opulence is unlimited? Anybody has any questions about that? So everybody understands that and agrees. Okay. Text 2. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityanand Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Translation. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityanand. All glories to Advaita Acharya. All glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Text 3. Excuse me. यही षट श्लोके कहिल कृष्ण चैतन्य महिमा पंच श्लोके कही नित्यानंद तत्व सीमा. Translation. I have described the glory of Sri Krishna Chaitanya in 6 verses that we just covered all these weeks. Now in 5 verses, I shall describe the glory of Lord Nityananda. So remember, initially we had 14 verses, so 6 we have covered. Now I'm going to cover next 5. They're all talking about Lord Nityananda. Text 4. Sarv avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahar Bhakti Shri Balaram. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the fountainhead of all incarnations. But Balaram is his second born. So everybody knows Krishna is the source of all the incarnations. Lord Balaram is his immediate and first expansion for both. Lord Shri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, is the primeval Lord, the original form of Godhead. And his first expansion is Shri Balaram. The personality of Godhead can expand himself in innumerable forms. Forms that have unlimited potency are called Swansha. Forms that have limited potencies, living entities, are called Vibhinnansha. So let's stop here for a second. So how many incarnations of Krishna are there?
Unlimited.
Unlimited, exactly. So that's what we're saying here. They're innumerable, you cannot count them. So many incarnations, so many forms of Krishna. And is Krishna limiting his form to human being only? Is Krishna only come in human form?
No, Prabhu.
No.
No.
Give some example of non-human form.
Nrsimhadev.
Varahadev.
Okay, yeah. Anything else?
Meenavatar.
Kurma avatar, Matsya avatar. Okay.
Matsya Avtara.
Okay, so you got it.
Dasavataras.
Huh?
All the Dasavataras.
Okay. But I was just talking about non-human forms. Anyway, so that's the first point. The second point is the two terms, Swansha and Vibhinnansha. So which one are we?
Other one, Vibhimansh.
Not this one, the other one. Very good. Okay. So the defining Swansh has all the expansions who have unlimited potencies like Krishna. So what's the other term we use for that? Something Tattva.
Vishnu Tattva.
Vishnu Tattva, exactly. So all the Swanshas are Vishnu Tattva. Therefore, they're non-different from Krishna in their potencies. Then there's another expansion of Krishna with limited potencies. They're known as Vibhinnansha. And who are they?
Jiva Tattvas.
Jiva Tattvas. That's us. So we are known as Vibhinnansha, and the others are known as Swansha. So Vishnu Tattvas are Swansha, Jiva Tattvas are Vibhinnansha. because we have limited potencies. We have same potencies, but very limited. And if you can please keep yourself on the mute, if there's noise in the background. Okay, text 5. एक ही स्वरूप तो है, भिन्न मात्र कहा है. I keep hearing this background noise. Please, everyone, please mute yourself. Everyone. Otherwise, I have to do it here from here. Okay. Okay. So text 5. एक ही स्वरूप तो है, भिन्न मात्र कहा है, आद्य काय व्यू प्रश्न लीलार सहाय. Translation. These two are one and the same identity. In other words, no difference between Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna. Same identity. They differ only in form. What is the difference in the form between Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna?
He's white in complexion and Krishna is blue in complexion.
Right. Lord Balaram is the first bodily expression of Krishna. We talked about that. And he assists in Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. So we'll talk about what those are. Purport. Somebody wants to read the purport? You can
Hare
unmute.
Krishna. Balrama is a Swamsa expansion of the Lord, and therefore there is no difference in potency between Krishna and Balrama. The only difference is in their bodily structure. As the first expansion of Godhead, Balrama is the chief deity among the first quadruple forms, and he is the foremost assistant of Sri Krishna in his transcendental activities. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So we'll talk about the concept of quadruple expansion in a bit. But essentially, it is the first expansion. And then quadruple expansions are expansion of him. So again, after Krishna, Lord Balaram becomes the source of all incarnations. Okay, text 6. Sai Krishna Navadvipe Shri Chaitanya Chandra, Sai Balaram Sange Nityananda, Shri Nityananda. Translation. The original Lord Krishna appeared in Navadvip as Lord Chaitanya. And Balaram appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. Nautadas Thakur has sung, Vijendra Nandana Jai, Sachishrit Hoil Sai, Balaram Hoil Nitai. So same thing. Lord Krishna became Lord Chaitanya and Balaram became Lord Nityananda. Text 7. Shankarshanah Karana Toyashayi, Bodhishayi Chapayobdhishayi, Sheshascha Yashanshu Kalahasa Nitya, Nandakya Rama Sharanam Mamastu. Translation. May Shri Nityananda Ram be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshan, Sheshnath, and the Vishnus who lie on the Karana ocean, Garbha ocean, and ocean of milk are his plenary portions and the portions of his plenary portions. So let's do the purport and they will explain this. Somebody wants to read that purport?
I can read too.
Please go ahead.
Sri Swarupa Damodar Goswami has recorded this verse in his diary to offer respectful obeisances to Lord Nityanand Prabhu. This verse also appears as the 7th of the first 14 verses of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Right. So as I was saying before, the first 6 were about the Guru and Lord Chaitanya. Next 5, starting with the 7th, is about Lord Nityananda. So this is the first of the 5 verses that we referred to earlier. Okay, and also notice that this is the verse. Prabhu, please keep yourself on mute. This I keep asking everybody. So sorry, lost my train of thought. Yeah, we talked about when Ruchira Mataji was asking the question that Chaitanya Charitamrita is based on what he heard from Raghunath Das Goswami and based on the diary of Swarup Damodar. So this is another example. We literally noted down the verse from the diary of Damodar Goswami, Swarup Das Goswami, and that's quoted here. The first of the 5 verses to describe Lord Nityanand. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to skip the details because we're going to talk about the details later on, how the 3 Vishnus and Sheshanags and Krishna, etc., are expansions of Lord Balaram. We'll talk about that in the next few verses. So, text 8. Shri Balaram Gosai Mool Sankarshan Pancharup Dhari Karen Krishna Seva. Lord Balaram is the original Sankarshan. He assumes 5 other forms to serve Lord Krishna. So actually there are more than 5. We'll talk about that also. But here they are referring to 5 other forms to serve Lord Krishna. So Lord Balaram is the original Sankarshan. Why was he called Sankarshan?
Because he was attracted to the other womb, something like that.
Yeah, no, exactly like that. So he was attracted from the womb of Mother Devaki to the womb of Mother
Rohini.
Rohini. Okay. So, and then also he was also the reason for uniting the 2 families, the Yadukil and Vrishnikul, which is Vasudeva. Okay. So that's why he was called Sankarshan. So he's the original Sankarshan. And now this going to talk about 5 other forms he assumes to serve Lord Krishna. Text 9. आपने करे कृष्ण लीलार सहाय सृष्टि लीला कार्य करे धरी चारी काय. He himself helps in the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Does the work of creation 4 other forms. So again, next few verses will explain everything that's being said here. So I'm waiting until the actual verse comes, then we'll understand. Okay, text 10. श्रेष्ठाधिक सेवा तार आज्ञा पालन शेष रूपे करे कृष्णेर विविध सेवा. So now some of the details are coming. Translation. He executes the orders of Lord Krishna in the work of creation. And we'll talk about how. And in the form of Lord Shesha, he serves Krishna in various ways. So somebody please read the purport that will explain this.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Please go ahead, Prabhuji.
According to the expert opinion, Balram, as the chief of the original quadruple form, is also the original Shankarshana. Balram, the first expansion of Krishna, expand himself in 5 forms. Number 1, Mahasakarshana. Number 2, Karna. The Karna Vishai, Garbhodakshai, Kishordakshai, and number 5 is Shesha. These 5 plenary portions are responsible for both the spiritual and the material cosmic manifestations. In these 5 forms, Lord Balaram assists Lord Krishna in his activities. The first 4 of these forms are responsible for the cosmic manifestation, whereas Shesha is responsible for personal service to the Lord. Shesh is called Ananta or unlimited because he assists the personality of Godhead in his unlimited expansion by performing an unlimited variety of services. Shri Balaram is the servitor Godhead who serves Lord Krishna in all affairs of assistance and knowledge. Lord Nityanand Prabhu, who is the same servitor Godhead, Balarama performed the same service to Lord Gauranga by constant association. Jai
Thank
Shri
you.
Krishna, Jai Balaram ki Jai.
Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so as we said before also, Lord Balaram is the immediate, the first expansion of Krishna. And then he's also the origin of the quadruple expansions. How many quadruple expansions are there?
2.
2. 2. So the first one has who? Who are the first 4 in the first expansion?
The Vasudev, Shankarsana, Pradyumna, and Anirudh.
Correct. So these are the 4 who also appeared in Dwarka. Okay. So in Dwarka and in Mathura, Krishna is not the same Krishna as Vrindavan. Krishna. Everybody knows that, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So his full name is in Dwarka and Mathura is
Is it Vasudev Krishna?
Vasudev Krishna, exactly. Not Vasudev, Vasudev Krishna. Vasudev is the name of the father. Vasudev Krishna is the Krishna. And in Vrindavan, what is his full name?
Shyam Sundar.
Shyam Sundar Krishna. So that's the distinction. Okay. So this Balram expands into Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Anuruddha. That's the first quadruple expansion. Then the first Sankarshan expands again into Lord Narayan, and he expands into second quadruple expansion. Same names, but Sankarshan is known as Mahasankarshan. So Dvitiya Sankarshan, the second Sankarshan, is known as Mahasankarshan. And then he becomes the origin for all the Purusha avatars we're going to talk about here. So Mahasankarshan, we just explained that. That's Lord Balaram as Mahasankarshan, that's part of the second quadruple expansion. Everybody clear on that?
So Prabhuji, sorry, Mahasankarshan is cause for the three Vishnus.
Yeah, so I'm coming to that. Yes, I'm coming to that. But Mahasankarshan is part of the second quadruple expansion. Sankarshan is part of first quadruple expansion. But Mool Sankarshan is Lord Balaram. How confusing is that? Okay, is everybody sort of with me, or am I losing everybody already?
No confusion,
No,
Prabhuji, very
Prabhuji,
clear.
could you
I
repeat it?
know you understand, Prabhu, but I want to know if other people understand.
Could you repeat it, Prabhuji? I
Yes,
didn't
yes,
understand.
that's exactly why I'm asking. So there are many terms being thrown at us. One is the Mool Sankarshan. Okay, that is Lord Balaram himself. Then the first quadruple expansion is Sankarshan. That Sankarshan expands into second Narayan, expands to second quadruple expansion. The second quadruple expansion, Sankarshan, known as Mahasankarshan.
Okay, I'm with you until here. But then what about the rest of the three?
No, I'm coming, Mataji. Don't get impatient. Just bear with me. I want to make sure everybody's following. So I want to go
Okay.
slow, make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Prabhuji, we call the primeval one the Mool Sankarshan. And what is the first quadruple expansion called?
So that's Sankarshan.
Oh, that's okay. So Mool Sankarshan, Sankarshan, and Mahasankarshan.
Mahasankarshan. Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay, so everybody on the same page? Okay. So now this Mahasankarshan expands into the first Purusha avatar. And what's the name of the first Purusha avatar?
Karonodaksha Vishnu,
Yeah, what's another name for him?
Garbodaksha Vishnu, and then
No,
Shiva.
no.
Mahavishnu.
Please stay with me.
Mahavishnu.
Okay, correct. So Mahavishnu and Karnabdhash Vishnu, they're same. Two names of the same personality. So what is Karnabdhash Vishnu is doing? What is he doing?
Vishnu and Karna.
I'm sorry?
Karanodakasha Vishnu is the one that creates multiple universes just by breathing through different pores of his body.
Okay, so that's one activity. That's second.
And then comes sorry.
No.
Yes, I got confused.
Stay
That was
with him only.
Mahavishnu.
No, so stay
Then
with him only. Please, stay with him only. He has
Okay.
two functions. You mentioned one function, that all the universes coming out of his body. What's the other function he has?
Prabhu, is he glances?
Yes,
Yes.
he's glancing at the material nature. And when he glances, what happens?
The material energy
No,
Prakriti
no.
created.
Okay.
Prakriti, right?
No, Prakriti is already there.
Okay.
But what's in his glance?
All the Jiva.
Yes, all the living entities are being transferred by his glance into the womb of material nature.
Correct. Yes, Prabhuji.
Everybody with me?
Prabhuji, one quick question before you move ahead.
Okay,
Mool Shankarsan and Mahashankarsan are same.
depends upon what you mean by same.
From Mool Shankarsana, which is the second quadruple Shankarsana, comes Karanakshaya Vishnu.
No.
Hmm.
The second Sankarshan is called Mahasankarshan. So I should have made a chart. You should write it down, otherwise very confused. If you don't write it down, you will be very confused.
Hmm.
So write it down, then you will see the picture in front of you, then you understand.
Prabhuji, we made a chart. We've discussed it before. I
We did.
remember there are two. हाँ जी बोलिए बोलिए आप बोलिए.
No, we did, you're right.
हाँ मेरे चार्ट में सेकंड शंकरसन ही मूल शंकरसन को रूट कॉज क्या कहा गया है. उन्हीं से कारणदक्षाय विष्णु है और फर्दर उनसे गर्भदक्षाय विष्णु फिर क्षीरोदक्षाय विष्णु.
It says very clearly here that is Mahasankarshan.
महाशंकरसन. ओके ठीक है.
So it
ठीक है प्रभुजी.
says, okay.
Hmm.
So Mahasankarshan is the second expansion, quadruple expansion.
Okay.
And he expands into Karnadishai Vishnu or Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu does two things: glances at Maya and transfers all the living entities. And from every pore of his body, when he exhales, all these universes appear. Okay? Now all this,
Prabhu, it's pretty here. You said when he glances, what happens?
all the living entities from his womb come out and they transferred through his glance into the womb of material nature.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. So now all these universes coming out, they're like little spheres. That's what they call Brahmand, the shape of anda or egg. So what are they doing when they appear? What are these universes doing when they appear? They're floating. Where are they floating?
In the space.
No.
In his gland.
Karana
No.
Samudra, they are floating.
Causal ocean.
That is correct. So they're floating in the causal ocean. Because that's where Mahavishnu is lying down also. Okay? So we all understand Mahavishnu now. Yes, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. So now this Karnadha Vishnu or Mahavishnu expands into each and every universe, the unlimited number of universes, unlimited expansions. And it goes inside the universe, each universe, at the bottom. And what's the first thing he does?
The lotus flower sprouts from his navel.
No, that's the second thing. That's the second thing.
Fills the universe with his sweat.
Yeah.
Breathes.
He sweats and produces the ocean known as Garbha Ocean. And that's where he lies down. Okay. So
Can I request you something? It's kind of getting very chaotic.
Complicated.
Is it possible to just share a chart? Maybe
Yeah,
later
so
on
that's
this
what I'm saying.
week?
I wish I had my chart here. If you give me a second, let me see if I can find that chart. I know I shared this before. Let's see.
It's just getting really hard, and because same time
That's
में
what I'm saying. If you
picture
don't
चल रही है
write it
दिमाग में
down,
and same time में new words आ रहे हैं.
if you don't write it down, it will not make any sense.
I am making notes. You can share.
Okay, so I found something. Let's see if it helps. Hold on. Okay, let's share screen. Let's do this. Okay. And you see this on your screen?
Yes, we
no?
can.
You can. Okay. So now, Lord Krishna is here. From his left side, the first expansion is?
Srimati Radharani.
Wow. And from his right side, the first expansion is?
Lord Balaram.
So energy, potency comes from left side. Swansh comes from right side. Everybody with me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Now, Lord Balaram, who's the original Sankarshan, expands his first Lord Narayan. That's Lord Narayan here. Okay. That Lord Narayan expands into the first quadruple expansion. And then the first Vasudeva, first Sankarshan, first Pradyumna, first Aniruddha. They're the ones in Dwarka Lila also. Everybody with me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, then let's go to the next. Now this first Sankarshan expands again to second Lord Narayan, who expands to second quadruple expansion. Second Vasudeva, second Sankarshan, second Pradyumna, second Aniruddha. This second Sankarshan is also known as Mahasankarshan. Everybody with me so far?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. Now we're talking about Mahavishnu or Karnadaksha Vishnu or Karnabdha Vishnu. Second Sankarshan expands into Karnadaksha Vishnu.
Sorry, Prabhu.
Huh.
Can you move back the previous slide, please, and thank you.
Okay. Please don't ask me why they all look same.
All good. Thank you,
Prabhuji,
Prabhu.
so the first Vishnu becomes the second Vishnu.
Where are you looking? This slide or previous slide?
This slide, yeah.
So where's the Vishnu?
I mean, it says in the previous slide that
Let's go back.
Vishnu is Balaramji himself.
Okay, so let's start here. What is your question on this slide?
So I'm saying we say Narayan in Vishnu or Narayan. There's no difference between Krishna and Vishnu. So we are actually referring to Balaramji there too.
So this is what we said right in the beginning of the class. They're all the same. All of them are the same. That's what it says. They're non-different.
Okay.
And this is why, if you recall, maybe a month or 2 months ago, the words like Mahavishnu, Charitamrita Vishnu, Sai Vishnu, Balram, Lord Chaitanya, they've all been used for the same thing at different times. We discussed this point that because they're non-different. Actually, there's a whole chapter, or no, not whole chapter, but a large portion of a chapter dedicated to this point. They're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
And they can be used interchangeably because the potencies are the same.
But qualities are different. Krishna has all
You're
and
right. I'm
Vishnu.
not talking about qualities. I'm talking about potencies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for clearing that doubt.
So is this clear now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the second one. So this second Sankarshan is what we're calling Mahasankarshan. Okay. And it's this second Sankarshan who expands into Karnadaksha Vishnu or Mahavishnu or Karnabdha Vishnu. Okay. He's lying on the causal ocean on Sheshnag. And unlimited. See, these are all universes floating in the causal ocean. Okay. And okay. Everyone with me so far?
Prabhuji, one quick question, please.
हाँ.
मूल शंकरसन कौन है? मूल शंकरसन.
So Balaram is the original Sankarshan. That's what makes him the Mool Sankarshan. Mool means original.
Yeah, Mool means first, original. Yeah.
No. So original, because there's so many of them, it becomes confusing.
Yeah. No. Now it's clear.
It's clear? Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody clear on Karnadaksha Vishnu or Mahavishnu and what his role is? Everybody clear on that?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I hear yes from one more person?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Chandramani. Okay, so now this Mahavishnu moves inside every universe. Remember the trillions and trillions of universes. He moves inside every universe at the bottom. And at the bottom, he sweats. And the sweat makes the ocean known as Garbha ocean. Are you with me so far?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Now, is this material inside the material world or is inside the spiritual world?
Material world.
Material world.
At the edge of the material world.
So it's the spiritual world inside the material world. Just so you understand. Because this is spiritual world. This is not material world. But this spiritual world has been cut out of the material world. Around it is all material world. Everybody with me on that? Because remember, universes are material.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are floating in the spiritual world.
Well, so they're floating on the causal ocean. You see, in between the material world and the
Okay, Prabhuji.
but the universe itself is material world.
Hmm.
Okay, are you all convinced of that? That every universe is in the material world.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, all right.
So, Prabhuji, one question.
Go
So
ahead.
you said this Mahavishnu is in the spiritual world, but what it differentiates from the material world or the material universes is the causal ocean.
So the boundary is the causal ocean. So above that is the spiritual world. Below that is the material.
And the Brahma originates from the navel of Mahavishnu. So where does
Yeah,
Brahma
come. So
come into the material world?
You're going ahead of me. I'm going very slow because there's so many people confused. So hold on to your question. I'll come to that. I want to make sure everybody understands what we just said about Govardhan Vishnu. That is in the spiritual world, within the material world, it produces from sweat this Garbha ocean. So I want to stop there. Is everybody with me on that?
Prabhuji, what's the Sanskrit word for causal ocean?
Karana Samudra.
Karana?
Karana, yes.
Karana ocean?
Yeah. Karana ocean, the Karnodak. Karnodak means the causal ocean. Udak means water.
Oh.
Right? Or the another word is Abdi. So Karnabdi. Karnabdi is also causal ocean. That's another Sanskrit word.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay, Hindi word is Karana Samudra. And I don't know what's Tamil, so I'm sorry I can't help you there.
No, it's only Karana. Right. I got it.
Okay. So everybody's with me so far. He's created a spiritual world within the material world, has produced the ocean called Garbha ocean from his sweat. First part done. Second
Prabhuji,
part
one thing
is
in this green arrow, why is it typing like it says Garbhodakshaya Vishnu outside each universe?
Sorry,
But I think it's on the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu on the right side, right? There is a Mahavishnu expands as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu outside each universe.
no, Prabhu, actually it's wrong. It should say inside.
Inside, yes,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
Sorry about that. So second thing that he does is from his navel, he produces this lotus flower. The stem of the lotus flower is also known as, anybody knows? The 14 planetary systems.
14 planetary system, yes.
Okay, so each universe has 14 planetary systems and the 7 upper, 7 lower. And then on top of that lotus flower is sitting who?
Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma.
Yes. So that is the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Then Garbhodakshaya Vishnu expands again as Charitamrita Vishnu. Chir means milk, not sweet rice. It's K-S-I-R, as opposed to K-H-I-R. So Chir means milk. So Chir Chor Gopinath, he stole the milk, not Kheer, which is sweet rice. Okay, so this milk ocean is lying on top of that. Okay. And this Charitamrita Vishnu is also known as Vishnu. So when we say Vishnu, by default it means Charitamrita Vishnu.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's this Vishnu who expands as Paramatma. So, Anantarastha Parmanuchaya Antarastham. That the Ekopishanacha Chaitam Jagdan Podim, that verse 35 from Samhita is referring to this. He expands into, pervades into every atom as Paramatma. He also enters every heart of the living entity as Paramatma. So that is Lord Vishnu, and all the incarnations are expansions of this Vishnu.
So, Prabhu, living entity means living entity, which is plants and animals and everything.
No. Don't confuse living entity with body. Living entity is simply soul. What body takes, that's a different matter.
Living entity means soul.
Correct.
So animals don't have souls?
Who said that? I'm just saying the word living entity means soul. Soul can take animal body or can take human body.
Mm. I see. Thank you, Prabhu.
So,
Okay.
Prabhuji, you know how these devatas and all we read in Bhagavatam when the Lord wanted to incarnate as Sri Rama and all that, they go to this Kshirabdi Vishnu to pray, asking him to save them from Rakshasas like Hiranyakashipu and Ravana.
He's the one they go to.
Huh? He's the one they go to?
Correct.
Okay.
So Prabhuji, Ganga is the Sheer Ocean?
I'm sorry,
touching Ganga, the river Ganga. Like they say, you know how Vamandev, like his toe pierces
Right.
the universe. So is that the Sheer Ocean coming through?
No. That's the
What is
causal ocean.
what is
That's the
that's
causal
the
ocean.
causal ocean on which Karnodaksha is?
No. Where were you?
I'm so confused.
So remember we said all the universes are floating in the causal
Yes.
ocean. So the boundaries punctured, the causal ocean water comes out. That's collected
Okay.
minus come down.
And which Vishnu is on the causal ocean?
Lying on the causal ocean, the first one. That's a
Karnodaksha. Karnodaksha. Okay.
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 So basically, everything was planned to confuse us.
Yes.
But everything is same, which is Krishna.
I'm deriving immense pleasure from doing that.
So I'm still trying to get like in my head, and it's obviously because my brain is lacking a lot of things. So where is Garbhodaksha Vishnu inside each universe?
So let me see if I can find a picture. Hold on. Okay. There you go. So you see, it says here Garbhodaksha Vishnu, but actually he's at the bottom, so it's not showing in this picture. At the bottom, this is the stem. It's coming to Brahma sitting here. Somewhere at the bottom is the Garbhodaksha Vishnu. I thought it was in this picture, but I don't see. I can't. I'm sorry, I'm not able to show you, but at the bottom of this picture is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Actually, you can see part of it.
Yeah.
But in my real picture, he actually show him. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm not able to show you.
Prabhuji, I have one picture that I can forward you right now. If you can.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll forward you on the WhatsApp. 1 second.
So Prabhuji, while Mataji is doing that, okay, so first the topmost is Goloka Vrindavan.
So, are you able to, sorry, are you able to see this picture? Which shows
why am I?
Yes.
Vishnu at the bottom. You see that?
Yes, Prabhu,
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So That's what I'm starting to tell you. And this is the navel from navel. That's where I was coming. The 14 planetary systems are here, and on top of us. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not able to do a better job than that. Okay.
This is a very good picture. Thank you.
You're welcome. So sorry for confusing everybody, but this is a very confusing topic.
Yes. I have a question, Prabhu. So why Bhagwanji is in the deep down lower in the gross area? It says gross. Let me read it
Gross
again.
basically means material.
Yeah.
So
So
what's the
why
question?
Grabodai Vishnu is in there?
So the pastime is that he produces a 14 planetary systems, and he produces a person who will do the creation. That's remember. And that is his role. Okay.
Prabhuji.
Haji.
Okay, so first we have
okay.
We have Goloka Vrindavan where Radha and Krishna are there. So then all these expansions happen. And then deep below the Pataloka is Sheshnag, who's holding the earth on his foot. What is that, Prabhu? Why am I getting confused? What is that I'm thinking?
That's the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. That's what I was talking about. That's the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Navel, the stem of the lotus flower is the 14 planetary system. So obviously it has to be below that. So
But
the
I think
14
isn't this
hold on. 1 person at a time, please.
Oh, sorry.
So let me finish it with Makshi Mataji, and then we'll talk.
No, because one time I remember in your class you said that Sheshnag, the whole Bhuloka
Okay.
is
So Mataji, that's a different one. We'll talk about that. Okay.
So I'm confusing
everything. Jump ahead. Stay with me. Don't ask questions about other things. Help me know that you understand whatever I've said. And as we move on, you'll get other answers also. Otherwise, it's very confusing.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, just bear with me.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Sorry.
Trust me that I will answer those questions.
Okay.
Okay, I promise you that. Okay, I'm sorry, Gayatri, go ahead. What was your question?
No, Prabhuji, I will wait as well. Thank you.
Okay, Amisha, you had a question.
No, Prabhu, you already answered.
Okay, good. Okay, and then I think Ruchira Mataji says something.
I'm taking it easy, Prabhu. I'm taking it easy because.
Oh, good girl. Okay.
Prabhu, on the email I just sent you the whole picture.
It's in the email. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. If you see, it'll clarify a lot of things to everybody.
Okay. Okay, we'll try. Let's see. Share screen. Okay, so this is what she said to me. Right, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, this is the whole picture.
Okay, so let's see. So this is the spiritual one on the top. We won't talk about that much right now. Brahma Jyoti. And then the causal ocean is here. And then talk about one universe, one of the many that's here. That's the picture I had. And here's the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Okay. And these are the 14 planets named. Okay, does this make it more clear? Because this is the same picture I had. Just couldn't see this part. So now you can see this part.
Yes, Prabhuji, this is very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you, Ruchira Mataji. I'm glad you sent this picture. Seems like this makes it more clear to everybody.
So Prabhu,
And I keep-
Prabhu, please go back to that picture, please.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Prabhu, you said the Vishnu lying down is Garbhodakshay Vishnu.
Right there. You can read Garbhodakshay.
And the one on top is Karnodakshay Vishnu.
It's Brahma.
No, you're talking about this one?
That one. Yeah. Where Prabhu's point.
Yeah, that's the Karnodakshay Vishnu. Yes. Because above that is the spiritual world. The Brahma Jyoti and then the spiritual world. Vakuntha.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay.
Prabhu, जिसमें कैसे महामंत्र ऊपर जा रहा है, it's very interesting, isn't it? From Bulok, it's going to the top.
Yeah. I just don't want to get into the details. It's very confusing. So, if you want, I can forward this email to everybody later on, so you can have this picture and read it all you want. But it's confusing enough. Whatever little I'm trying to tell you, I don't want to get into more details. Okay. All right. So go back to the text 10, please. That's where we were. So we just talked about Mahasankarshan. We talked about Karnadshai Vishnu, talked about Garbhodakshay Vishnu, talked about Chhidakshay Vishnu. Okay? Everybody agree? We talked about that. And then there's Sheshnag. So Sheshnag has multiple roles. In one role, he becomes the bed of all these Vishnus. And you saw the picture. And another role, Anantashesh role, he's holding all the universes on his hood. Which is also in that picture that Ruchira Mataji sent out. All the universes are placed on his hood like mustard seeds. The trillions of universes are residing or resting on the hood of Sheshnag, Anantashesh. And while he's holding them, what is he doing?
He's glorifying Krishna.
That's correct. Since time immemorial, it's not done yet. Krishna says, even I don't know the limit of my glories. So that's who Krishna is. Okay. So the first four, I'm reading from the purport. The first four of these forms are responsible for the cosmic manifestation. We saw that. Okay. But Shesha is responsible for personal service to the Lord. So one person's service is becoming the bed. But there are other services. We'll talk about later on, but I can mention a few of those. He becomes the bed, the pillow, the ornaments, the shoes, the umbrella, the clothes, the sacred thread, and all the paraphernalia we use in the worship, beauty worship. It's all him. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. In the basically saying, Lord Nityanand Prabhu, same as Lord Balram. Any more questions on this particular purport? Except, please, nobody say I give up.
On the lighter side, सब कुछ उन्होंने ही करना है.
Yes.
There is no seva distributed to nobody. Everything he wants to be.
That is why, what duty did he give to us? What is the one duty he gave to us?
Devotion service.
Oh, yeah. Service, yeah. You serve him. Savai punsam paro dharmo, jata bhakti adoksaja. I had to keep a pratihata, yajatma sufficient. That's all service. I had to keep his causeless devotional service, unalloyed. A pratihata means no ceasing. No 2 hours or so, okay, I'm done my 16 rounds, I can do masti. No. Your masti is in bhakti.
Do masti.
Only masti we do is in bhakti. We eat, we drink, we dance, we smile, we laugh, we hug, and sometimes we cry. It's all in ecstasy. Okay.
Prabhuji,
Haji.
Lord knows Shesha is singing the glories of Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, for eternal time. They're not yet complete. It means in all the Brahmans, he's singing the glories.
So it's still only one Krishna. It's only one Krishna.
Yeah.
Millions of.
So it means we have very little, very less pastimes available to us, right? There are much more.
Sorry,
Is not like all the pastimes are maybe not mentioned in the Bhagavatam because he's singing forever and they're not yet complete yet. So it means there are more pastimes than what we know. That's what I'm saying.
So 18,000 verses in Bhagavatam. It has very few pastimes. Very, very few.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even some of the other Puranas have pastimes that Bhagavatam doesn't. Remember, Bhagavatam had only 7 days. Right? And then there are so many more that are undocumented anywhere.
Yes. Okay, Prabhuji. Yes. Got it.
Okay? And also, it's not just Krishna's pastimes as Krishna. Krishna's pastimes as Lord Ram, Krishna's pastimes as Lord Nrsimhadev, Krishna's pastimes as Lord Kurma. So many incarnations. How many have heard the incarnation name of Ajit?
No.
Raise your hand if you said heard Ajit. Nobody? Okay. Let me give you some hints. Churning of the ocean. Who was Ajit? The churning of the ocean. No, let me give you another hint. When they put the, I'm sorry?
Yeah, so Prabhuji, Ajit, he appears to, because when that the Mandara mountain, he was unstable, right? It's falling down. So Ajit comes to hold it and stabilize.
He sits on the top to make it stable.
Right,
That is
stable.
incarnation.
Okay.
So there's so many. So many incarnations, so many. That's what they say. Unlimited. You and I can't count.
पर अभी हम इतना ही पढ़ ले वो हमारे लिए वही बहुत है भगवान
I know. I'm confused just in this. Right? So Krishna is very kind. He doesn't tell us everything.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's move to 11.
Prabhu, why
Huh?
why Krishna is expanding like this? Why he has to do that?
What do you mean? What's your objection?
Very
I don't
simple,
know. It's so
Mataji, to confuse
complicated.
us.
Sorry, Nana?
It's so complicated.
Well,
Mataji, he expanded to confuse us. That's it.
This is nothing. This is nothing.
Then Usha Mataji, you can do just Maha Mantra.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
हरे कृष्णा पिताश्री प्रभुपाद जी ने भी कहा, एक छोटा सा लेक्चर कल सुना है मैंने, 12 मिनट्स का, आप कहें तो मैं शेयर करूं, तो उसमें भी उन्होंने कहा कि इतना ज्ञान और गुरु बनने की आपको कोई जरूरत नहीं।
Exactly.
आई नो, बट ठीक है, लिखा हुआ है शास्त्रों में, अंडरस्टैंड करना बहुत जरूरी है हमें।
But I'm only trying to give you the minimum possible, and that is the confusing. So you can imagine certain details. This is like absolute minimum possible I'm trying to give you. 2 slides. And I'm confusing everybody, so you can imagine.
And this was explained many times by you, and I'm like,
Dozens of
many times.
I
And
still
still
don't
so
understand.
confusing. Still
पिताश्री
same
इसको
page.
समझने के लिए ना हमें आई थिंक सो 2-3 क्लासेस चाहिए तो हमारे दिमाग में
Mataji,
आएगा, अदरवाइज इट्स
I've
वेरी
done
हार्ड।
30 classes on this.
Many
2-3 क्लासेस तो मैंने ली
मतलब
होगी।
2-3 क्लासेस में थोड़ा सा बेस समझ आ जाएगा तो उसके बेस पे हम आगे फ्रंट में जा सकते हैं, बट इट्स वेरी हार्ड क्लास पिताश्री रियली।
It is. So let's move on then. I think the next part would be easier. Text 11. Sarvarupe Aswadaya Krishna Sevanand Sahi Bal Ram Gaur Sange Nityanand. Translation. In all the forms, he tastes the transcendental bliss of serving Krishna. The same Balaram is Lord Nityanand, the companion of Lord Gauranga. So again, Lord Balaram is tasting the bliss of serving Krishna, Lord Nityanand tasting the bliss of serving Lord Chaitanya. Text 12. Sattam shloker artha kari charu shloke chate Nityananda tattva jane sarva loke. I've explained the 7th verse in 4 subsequent verses. By these verses, all the world can know the truth about Lord Nityananda. So next one. 13. Mayatite Vyapi Vaikuntha Loke Puna Ishware Shri Chaturvyuh Madhe Rupam Yasod Bhati Sankarshanakhyam Tamshi Nityananda Ramam Prapadde. Translation: I surrender unto the lotus feet of Shri Nityananda Ram, is known as Sankarshan, in the midst of the Chaturvyuh. Okay, so he possesses full opulences and resides in Vaikuntha Loka, far beyond the material creation. So again, it's basically saying that Lord Balaram, as Sankarshan, is residing in the spiritual world. And again, this verse is also from the diary of Shrodha. Text 14. Okay, that's the last text we'll do, I think. This is long purport. Prakatir Parak Paravyoman Name Dham Krishna Vigraha Jaiche Vibhutyadi Guruman. Beyond the material nature lies the realm known as Paravyom, the spiritual sky. But Krishna himself, it possesses all transcendental attributes such as 6 opulences. So, is there a difference between Krishna and the abode of Krishna?
No.
No. So therefore, they're not different. So he's saying Krishna has 6 opulences, the abodes have 6 opulences. So Vaikuntha has those 6 opulences as well. Okay, let's do the purport. Who wants to read the next paragraph?
I can read it.
Okay, one of you can go ahead. It doesn't matter if one of you read.
According to Sankhya philosophy, the material cosmos is composed of 24 elements. The 5 gross material elements, the 3 sub-material elements, the 5 knowledge acquiring senses, the 5 active senses, the 5 objects of sense prayer, and Mahatattva, the total material energy. Empiric philosophers, unable to go beyond these elements, speculate that anything beyond them must be avyakta or inexplicable. But the world beyond the 24 elements is not inexplicable, for it is explained in the Bhagavad Gita as the eternal Sanatana nature, beyond the manifested and unmanifested existence of material. Oh my God. Of the material nature. This is giving problem, Prabhuji.
iPad की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, बंद हो गया.
Someone else can continue, Prabhuji. My
Okay.
iPad is giving problem.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, I'll do.
Yeah.
Is the Sanatan nature, which is called Paravyom or the spiritual sky. Since that nature is spiritual in quality, there are no qualitative differences there. Everything there is spiritual, everything is good, and everything possesses the spiritual form of Sri Krishna himself. That spiritual sky is the manifested internal potency of Sri Krishna. It is distinct from the material sky, manifested by his external potency.
Thank you, bro. So again, if I start getting into the details of this, you'll be even more confused. So just understand that 24 elements, basically that's the 5 gross material elements like earth, sky, ether, fire, etc. 3 subtle elements, mind, intelligence, false ego. 5 knowledge acquired senses, ears, eyes, etc. 5 active senses, skin, mouth, etc. The 5 of your sense pleasure, the forms, and the Mahatattva, the sum total of the material energy. Those are 24 elements. The empirical philosopher, the Gyanis, cannot go beyond that. They say, oh, it's just not there, it's not explainable. But we know better. The Bhagavad Gita says there's a world beyond the material world. That's called the Sanatan world or the spiritual world. Okay? And the spiritual sky is also known as Brahmajyoti. And above that is the spiritual worlds, planets, known as Paravyu, or we call the Vaikuntha Lokas. Okay, and that's all you need to understand. Let's go to the next paragraph.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Please go ahead.
The all-pervading Brahman, composed of the impersonal glowing rays of Sri Krishna, exists in the spiritual world with the Vaikuntha planets. We can get some idea of that spiritual sky by a comparison to the material sky. For the rays of the sun in the material sky can be compared to the Brahma Jyoti, the glowing rays of the personality of Godhead. In the Brahma Jyoti, there are unlimited Vaikuntha planets, which are spiritual and therefore self-luminous, with a glow many times greater than that of the sun. The personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, his innumerable plenary portions and the portions of his plenary portions dominate each Vaikuntha planet. In the highest region of the spiritual sky is the planet called Krishna Loka, which has 3 divisions, namely Dwarka, Mathura, and Goloka or Gokula. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same slide that Chirabhagya sent out. Try to explain something more. We will try it again. Okay. One universe means material world. Everybody with me? Above that is your causal ocean. Everybody see that? Above that is Brahma Jyoti. Above that is Sadashiv Lok, also known as Kailash. Above that is Paravyom or other spiritual planets. Is that reasonably clear or no? And then, of course, you have the Vakunthas and the Krishna Lok on top of that. That's the structure. Is that even more confusing? Because if it is confusing, then I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to stop.
Prabhuji, you are saying this is causal ocean.
Yes.
Wait, this is causal ocean. Then above that is Brahma Jyoti, then Kailash.
Kailash, yes,
That's
Sadashiv.
Shiva's abode.
Correct.
And above that is spiritual
Paravyom
sky.
or spiritual planets.
Wait, sorry. Above Shiva's lok is
It says Ashwarya Dham, the special.
sorry, Prabhu. Again, above Shiva's lok is the spiritual sky. You're saying?
The spiritual path, the Vaikuntha Lokas. It knows Ashwarya Dham, which is the mode of
So this Kailash is also in the spiritual sky, right?
correct. Above Brahma Jyoti.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Sure. Anybody else has questions on that? Okay. All right. So next paragraph, please.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. To a gross materialist, this kingdom of God, Vaikuntha, is certainly a mystery. But to an ignorant man, everything is a mystery for want of a sufficient knowledge. The kingdom of God is not a myth. Even the material planets which float over our heads in the millions and billions are still a mystery to the ignorant. Material scientists are now attempting to penetrate this mystery, and a day may come when the people of this earth will be able to travel in outer space and see the variegatedness of these millions of planets with their own eyes. In every planet, there is as much material variegatedness as we find in our own planet. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So once again, the point is that we don't have sufficient knowledge of the spiritual world, but that doesn't mean it does not exist. It's our ignorance that we don't know anything about it. But for example, just because you don't know where Timbuktu is, it doesn't mean Timbuktu doesn't exist. Right? So that's the whole point. And one day, like for example, they keep finding new planets in the universe. And they say, oh yeah, okay, look at that. And one day they'll find more and more, but just what they don't know today doesn't exist. Okay, let's do the next paragraph, please.
I can read, Prabhu.
Please go ahead, yeah.
This planet Earth is but an insignificant spot in the cosmic structure. Yet foolish men, puffed up by a false sense of scientific advancement, have concentrated their energy in the pursuit of so-called economic development on this planet, not knowing of the variegated economic facilities available on other planets. According to modern astronomy, the gravity of the moon is different from that of the Earth. Therefore, one who goes to the moon will be able to pick up large weights and jump vast distances. In the Ramayana, Hanuman is described as being able to lift huge weights as heavy as hills and jump over the ocean. Modern astronomy has confirmed that this is indeed possible. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So again, the point is that there are millions and billions of universes. And by the way, our universe is the smallest of all the other universes. How do we know that?
Because it just consists of 14 planetary systems, whereas in other Brahmands, there are much more vast section of planetary systems. And also I've heard that it's not even a proper exhalation of Mahavishnu. It's just a normal, just as if he just opened his mouth, and it's very close to his mouth, our universe.
Sorry, who opened his mouth?
Like when he inhales and when he exhales, the Vinash happens and the new universes come into being, Mahavishnu.
Yeah.
So our Brahman is the smallest because it's not even a proper exhalation from his mouth.
But
That's why
none
it's
of the
very small.
universes come from his mouth, Mataji.
It's not coming. There is no inhalation and exhalation also,
No.
besides from his pores.
No. Inhalation, exhalation is there.
Hmm.
But the universes are not coming from his mouth. They're coming from the pores on his body.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, what I was referring to was there's a reference in Srimad Bhagavatam that once Brahma went to visit Lord Krishna. And because he was kind of puffed up a little bit that I'm going to see Krishna, and Krishna said, okay, I'm going to put you in a place. And the doorkeeper stopped Brahma and said, please tell me who you are. So Brahma said, oh, he doesn't even know. Anyway, I'm Brahma. So to Lord Krishna. I said, Brahma is here to see you. And Krishna knew right away, getting puffed up. So he said to the doorkeeper, please go and ask him which Brahma. So the doorkeeper asked him, which Brahma are you? Brahma said, what do you mean? There's more than one Brahma? So he said, I don't know, but Krishna wants to know. She said, please tell him I'm the four-headed Brahma. So the doorkeeper went and told Krishna, I'm the four-headed Brahma. So Krishna, oh, please invite him back in. Brahma came in, they sat down. And Brahma said, my dear Lord, I'm very curious. Why did you ask which Brahma? Are there more than one? He said, don't worry about it. I'm going to invite them all. So he invited all the Brahmas from all the universes. And different Brahmas had different number of heads, including some with millions of heads. Millions of heads. So the size of the universe corresponds to the number of heads on the head of the Brahma. So that's why we know ours is the smallest universe. So you can imagine. So trying to understand the system, it's just simply not possible. It's transcendental. And similarly, I'm sure you've seen pictures how small planet Earth is. And you start looking at the picture of the whole universe. Billions and billions of planets within one universe. So we are really insignificant, but we don't think so. That's the problem. Okay. So let's do the next paragraph.
I can read, Prabhu.
Please go ahead. Yeah, Prabhu.
The disease of the modern civilized man is his disbelief of everything in the revealed scriptures. Faithless non-believers cannot make progress in spiritual realization, for they cannot understand the spiritual potency. The small fruit of a banyan contains hundreds of seeds, and each seed is the potency to produce another banyan tree with the potency to produce millions more of such fruits. This law of nature is visible before us, although how it works is beyond our understanding. This is but an insignificant example of the potency of Godhead. There are many similar phenomena that no scientist can explain.
Right. So to understand these scriptures, to understand what is transcendental to material world, we cannot use our material brain. You know, all I can say is that if we don't understand Chinese, we cannot read Chinese. It doesn't mean Chinese doesn't exist. The same thing. We have material brain, ability to understand some of the material things, try to understand something that's spiritual, not possible unless we have faith. Faith simply means, the definition of faith is believing something that we cannot prove. That's the definition of faith. Believing or believing in something that we cannot prove. That is faith. So unless you have that, why would you believe the scriptures? But the scriptures are what describing the spiritual world, the nature and everything else, the variegatedness, the variety of the spiritual world. It's all there. But if you don't believe it, then don't believe it. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Okay. Next paragraph, please.
I can read, Prabhu.
Please go ahead, Gayatri.
Everything, in fact, is inconceivable, for the truth is revealed only to the proper person. Although there are varieties of personalities, from Brahma down to the insignificant ant, all of whom are living beings, their development of knowledge is different. Therefore, we have to gather knowledge from the right source. Indeed, in reality, we can get knowledge only from the Vedic sources. The 4 Vedas, with their supplementary Puranas, the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, and their corollaries, which are known as Smritis, are all authorized sources of knowledge. If we are at all to gather knowledge, we must gather it from these sources without hesitation.
Right. So again, same thing. If you don't believe the scriptures, sorry, it's no use wasting your time with somebody who says, I don't believe in the scriptures. Okay, fine. You win and move on. Okay, so a lot of these things cannot be done with what you call direct evidence, pratyaksh praman. Because pratyaksh praman is through your senses. And senses are imperfect, therefore they can make mistakes. And I'm sure we all have the experience. 2 people see the same thing, but they come up with different versions of what happened. Same incident, but 2 people have different interpretation. And that's why, because we are basically have imperfect senses. And then there is a, what's called anuman or guesswork or deduction. Again, that's faulty. The only thing is the Shabda Praman, which is the evidence from the scriptures. And if you don't believe that, well then, too bad. Because that's the only way we can understand, through the eyes of the scriptures. Okay, next paragraph.
I'll read, Prabhu.
Please go ahead, Mataji.
Revealed knowledge may in the beginning be universal because of our paradoxical desire to verify everything with our tiny brains. But the speculative means of attaining knowledge is always imperfect. The perfect knowledge profound in the revealed scripture is confirmed by the great acharyas who have left ample commentations upon them. None of these acharya has disbelieved in the Shastras. One who disbelieves in the Shastra is an atheist, and we should not consult an atheist, however great he may be. A staunch believer in the Shastra, with all their diversities, is the right person from whom to gather real knowledge. Such knowledge may seem inconceivable in the beginning, but when put forward by the proper authority, its meaning is revealed, and then one no longer has any doubt about it. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. So, again, saying the same thing we were discussing a minute ago, which is an atheist who doesn't believe in the scriptures. It's very difficult to convince that person. So move on, don't waste your time. Certainly don't ask them for any information on the spiritual world. If they don't believe in Shastras, they're not the right person for us to gather the knowledge from. This is why Lord Chaitanya defined Guru as Keva Nasi, Keva Vipra, Kena Shuddha Noy, Jai Krishna Tattvaveta, Sei Guru. He said, only the person who understands the truth of Krishna can become a Guru. Not a Brahmin, not a sannyasi, not a Shudra, nobody. Only the one who understands the truth about Krishna. There's another verse in Upanishad, Shat Karma Nipuno, Tanta Mantra Visharada, Avashnava Guru Nashat, Vaishnava Sapacho Guru. A Brahmin who's expert in all the 6 duties of a Brahmin, but is not a Vaishnava, cannot be a Guru. But a Shudra, or even a dog eater, who understands the truth about Krishna can be a Guru. So, very important that we only go to the people who understand Krishna and his pastimes and everything related to Krishna, which is scriptures. There's another verse. Shaya Shabde Parecha Nishnatam Brahmani Upkshamashitam. The only person who can be Guru is one who's thoroughly studied the scriptures. It's like taken bath in the knowledge of the scriptures. And only that's the person we should go to for any inquiries, not to anybody else. Okay, so the point again being made is that scriptures and the acharyas who understand the scriptures are the ones that we go to for our information. And that is why so much emphasis on the parampara, so much emphasis on only read Srila Prabhupada's books, and so on and so on. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Any questions, comments? Who's still confused?
This is a tough thing to teach, Prabhu. You know, and I'm sure you get the same confusion every single time. But it is, you know, we don't know how to think like this, and there's so many different expansions within expansions, and how the universe is going, and just, you know, we think like in a material way, and it's hard to grasp this. That picture was very helpful. If you can send that picture, it would be most appreciated.
Yeah, I can do that. Here's the thing. I think I'm a masochist because every time I do this, same thing happens. So my point is simply this. Don't worry about remembering all the details. That's not important. But that doesn't increase your devotional service. What increases your devotional service is to understand what a complicated structure Krishna has put for good reasons. Therefore, simply glorify Krishna in your mind that he did all this incarnation, etc., for our benefit. Even the creation of the material world is for our benefit. Otherwise, we will not learn how to go back to Krishna. So just as long as you understand that, you're fine. You don't need to understand more than that.
Actually, it makes me think when I listen to these kind of things and how complicated it is, I'm like, why are people even trying to be gyanis? You know, they should just chant. It's beyond our comprehension anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So the only reason I do this to help you understand how complicated it is, but I really don't expect any one of you to remember it. Now, for some reason, my mother, the way she explained it, stuck in my mind. I never forget it. But I'm not able to explain the way she did. So therefore, don't worry about it. Just know the glories of Krishna, where he is, where his position is, and how it comes down the line. And still, everything is not different. You know, and then it comes to the material world for all of it. So that's all you need to remember. But that will help you with the devotional service. I think this is just simply detail. Don't try to be a jnani, try to be a bhakta.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, comments, realizations?
Prabhuji, in one of the videos I've heard that Brahmans are not only coming from his pores, but also from his breath. But today you told me it's not about his inhalation and exhalation. I thought.
So the way, I'm sure if you read it again or watch that again, he'll say, when he exhales, which means takes the breath out, then the Brahmans come out of his pores. If you read text 47 of Brahma Samhita, I'll explain to you the same thing. It says Sarom Pupa.
Okay.
So text 47 of Brahma Samhita, you read that.
Okay.
And I'll answer your question.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Anybody else? Okay. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Oh, okay. This question.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Sorry to interrupt you, प्रभु.
Okay.
जब आपने एक्सप्लेन करना स्टार्ट किया तो अंकुर वाज कंफ्यूज, जैसे सबके साथ होता है, बट मैं नहीं थी, तो मुझे लगा कि कहीं अंकुर को ये ना लगे कि इसको सब आता है. मैंने कहा वेट करो, लास्ट में प्रभु जी बताएंगे कि सिर्फ समझो कि कितना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो मैंने पूरा ना समझा, बट मैंने लास्ट वाला पॉइंट समझ लिया, तो इसलिए मैं बहुत ज्यादा कंफ्यूज नहीं लग रही हूँ, बट आता मुझे भी कुछ नहीं है.
That's funny.
He's saying मैंने भी लास्ट वाला ही समझ लिया, बट इट इज सो इन्फॉर्मेटिव प्रभु जी. जब आप बोलते हो तो हमें थोड़ा थोड़ा याद आता है, बट क्लास के बाद अगर कोई बोले कि ऐसे सुना दो, आई कांट.
No, that's fine. I understand. I understand.
And thank you for not expecting that from us and still putting so much of effort every time.
किसने बोला सोना माता जी इसके बाद रिटन एग्जाम है हमारा?
Ah, that's a good idea. Good idea.
I think that's only for mother, not for us.
Thank you.
Sorry, somebody was saying something?
No, I was saying that's only for the selected few, the written exam.
Those I don't like, right?
Yeah.
Those who like Prabhuji.
Thank you,
No, why
Prabhuji.
would you punish people I like?
I would say that certainly some impressions are made. हमें संस्कार की जरूरत है, हमें ज्ञान की जरूरत नहीं. We're stuck with bhakti. We're good.
Yeah,
So
that's
thank
right.
you
That's
so
exactly right.
very much.
That's actually, if you look at